Welcome to another episode of Industrial Amputation, where you can always expect the unexpected. I always love it when people are on that rep our Texas music scene, and it means so much more when it's a close friend. Today we have with us darkwave artist Mackey to talk about his new album, Imaginary Enemies, which comes out July 25th, this Friday, through the label Negative Gain. He has an upcoming tour starting July 31st as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Woo! Welcome
Yeah,
back.
good to be
Welcome
here.
back. Yeah.
Good to be welcomed back.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
congratulations to such a stellar album. I've been a fan of yours since the mid 90s and sounds amazing.
Mhm.
Imaginary Enemies is the culmination of a trilogy of releases, starting with Memorial Emporium, Memorial Emporium, Instant Exorcism preceding it. Can you speak upon how it ties into the previous two thematically and what this one brings to close the chapter?
Right. Yes. Well, yeah, I think that's will be apparent upon listening to the record in full.
Mhm.
So that question almost answers itself in the listening. So, and then that will answer your question because that brings all the closure together of the three albums in this sort of journey of the protagonist, which is kind of like me or any one of us. And but also the new album is steeped in some realism, more so than on the previous two records, which are like reflections of possible real life, but
Mhm.
also with the phantasmagorical sort of surrealism, maybe that I kind of paint words with. But this one actually has like some real shit that went down, and kind of was a catalyst for some of the songs and in the way things came out. So it has like a much more like street uh on the streets right now sort of thing that takes place, but then it brings the previous two albums together along with that to the end, and then the end happens, and then everybody gets a big question answered.
Well, it starts with a powerful track called Doom for Monday. Why did you choose this track to start your album?
Oh God, it just seems so appropriate. Like once this
Mhm.
that um the creation of that song is interesting because Chase Dobson was going to play a show with me in Denver, and he wanted just a bunch of shit like samples to trigger and run through his modular synth with, and it would just be kind of on the fly with my set in Denver. So like a two-man thing, two-man version of my project. So we've done it before and it was really awesome. But then then I made this collage with all of those samples. And then out of that, once we started working on this song and I had the idea for the title and the lyrics going, I dropped that collection of sample fodder that I had made for him into the song at the beginning. And it just was like, oh yeah, seems like this would be the opening of a track or an opening for an album.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was happened that way. It's like an old weird that that's that those samples are I guess the treasure from crate digging in strange places to find old bizarre religious records and build a little collection of them that then I can play on the turntable and
Mhm.
sample and then dice up further in Ableton. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good start. It kind of sets the tone for the
it
record.
does. It does. Yeah.
Joe, next one.
Sound of the album truly resonates as something revolutionary in electronic music. It's so ahead of the curve and different from anything out there. I do hear a little bit of Skinny Puppy in there, but in a future tense, if the band had continued. Did you write the material on new gear or did you use existing pieces you've already owned?
Oh, I don't. Well, yeah, I think the gear thing just kind of evolves continuously a little bit, but there's certainly a standard palette that Chase Dobson and I work within in the way we work in Ableton together on the tracks and trading things back and forth.
Yeah.
But I think that so it's just an advancement of working together. Since he and I have worked together on three albums, that's 30 songs pretty much that of mine that he's had varying degree of influence on the creation of, and some's like, helping to just be the point of origin on some of this stuff. So he knows it really well. And yeah, so I think it just comes that was just where the sound evolved to. I don't know. That wasn't really preconceived to like follow a path of anything other than maybe like, okay, this one feels like it just needs to be heavier and darker. It's the final one in the trilogy.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get dark
Yeah.
before it gets better.
And I did notice that it had a significant oomph to it.
Yes.
And yeah, very powerful. I'm digging it.
Yeah, we like the oomph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vertical Ego is the album's second track and first single that was released back in May. Its placement establishes that this will be a heavily lyric-driven album. There's an introspective line used: "What monsters come after you when you're alone in the dark?" Listeners will come away with their own interpretations, but what is the meaning behind those lyrics from the author's perspective?
Oh, well, I mean, it's just a great question because we all
Yeah.
have them. So I guess it's just depends on which way you're looking. Will sort of determine what monsters come after you. Sometimes it's inward, sometimes it's outward,
Mhm.
based upon certain situation or often self-induced. And that is why people wind up in certain places in life. So
Yeah.
it's,
Well,
you
it
know,
has a
it's,
great
Levi.
video as
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love seeing
So
Austin, through the lens of Chris Mackey. Can you speak about how the video complements the track?
oh yeah. That's kind of getting back to that sort of street level thing. Like that's right downtown in Austin, Texas, in the Red River Cultural District, where all the clubs that
Mhm.
the dark denizens of Austin inhabit for live music and going out. All those clubs we play and hang out are all right there. So I kind of wanted to get that feeling of a real city where we live uh, in because I think the story of I think the album exists in Austin in some ways, or at least ghostly in a way because of how long I've been here and just the history of music. So that
Yeah.
had a little bit of an influence on the video, and then working with my good buddy Taz from Fuck Money and Jet Cemetery. He edited it all, and we worked together on just sort of developing this loose, surreal, kind of gritty nightlife atmosphere around the song. So I think it kept kind of painted the picture pretty well.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. I love how easy it is to get lost in your music. This new album is no exception. The track Blood Like Love, a nod to Killing Joke's Love Like Blood. It's a track with a lovely hook. The line, "Do not leave a silhouette that you will regret," is haunting as hell. I know this track has special meaning to you. Would you mind taking us through this one?
Okay, well that this is probably like one of the more, I guess I would say, the more realer tracks because of
Mhm.
like the subject matter is addressing basically uh overdosing and people dying that were
Yeah.
beloved or loved beloved in the community in which they resided, and had an impact on a lot of people that it overlapped when certain people died. And so I just felt like
Yeah.
a to be a blunt, be like blunt in a way with the song and not always be painted in phantasmagoria and allegory.
Yeah.
It was more like, hey, this is just like something I really, really feel, and it's kind of fucked up. And why the fuck is this situation going on? And it just nothing feels right. So, and now I have to do something in real life about it. Because of a person who passed away, and there's going to be a tribute, and I have to make music, and so this song came out of something different than most songs.
I'm really sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's never
Mhm.
fucking easy.
So,
You spoke
but
upon. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
no. So there's just my friend Sky. And so just like the lyrics have make mention of people by name and that are in real life. And I don't think that happens too often. So unless it's like some crazy diss track between
Yeah.
rappers, but
Yeah.
uh, but in over here, I think it's a little bit unique. And so I feel like it's touching. So I like it, and I
Yeah.
hope others like it
It
and
stopped
get
me
it.
in my tracks when I was listening to it, and I had to play it a couple more times. It's a
All
really
right.
good track. So well
Thank you.
done.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's easy to tell your influence, you know, your influence is
Yeah.
it's all over the album, you know. Um, but it's you, it's Curse.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I,
So
I agree with that. Like that's kind of like the fun of that. I think
right,
that's actually some of the fun we had in making this record was just like it was sort of loose and like it's
yeah,
coming out the way it's coming out, but the influences are there. And I like, it's just between Chase and I. Like when you work with somebody, ultimately you're gonna, or even just not even working in the studio, but like people just become friends because they're
yeah,
like, oh, dude, you like Skinny Puppy too? Oh, fuck
yeah,
yeah. We live in Omaha, Nebraska. This town sucks, dude.
yeah,
You got a joint? Cool, man. Oh, you want to come over and hang out? Yeah, yay.
yeah,
I like horror movies too. And that's how friends are made, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So, and then if it becomes like, oh, I like synthesizers too. You like working in the studio. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm working on this shit. And then the next thing you know, like you're making music that is going to naturally just have a subtle
yeah.
rub off of patina from the source that
Mhm.
may have helped bring people together. So I like
Yeah.
kind of touching on the music that I like, or like
Hmm.
like the spoken word samples and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes people say it gives it a little uh hint or scent of Thrill Kill Cult, and I'm like, I'm cool with that. Like if it
Yeah.
evokes a good memory about that artist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then that's cool. I like
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then there's your voice. You're an incredible vocalist, man.
Oh man.
Just putting that out there. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I know who that is. And yeah, you got a beautiful voice,
Good.
man.
Thanks. Well, maybe that's the one area I can just be uniquely myself, hopefully, even
Yeah.
though
Mhm.
Yeah. No,
everything else
there's not
is
another curse out
a
there.
rip.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
it's a beautiful thing. You produced the record with your longtime collaborator, Chase Dobson,
Mhm.
Rona Rouge Hart from Sign, and Jack Garcia from the Black Angels were also involved with Imaginary Enemies
Yep.
creation. What did each of these artists bring to the table that makes the album what it is?
Okay. Well, so Chase, of course, as I've already mentioned, has
Mhm.
been along like co-pilot on the whole trilogy. So he's right there along with it. So it's great with him because it's sort of like a sounding board. Hey, I worked on this, I got it pretty far along, and now you can get somebody else's fresh opinion
Yeah.
over the course of like 10 or 16 songs. That's really helpful to have. And then if something resonates with him, then I'll like send over my session, and then he'll start taking a closer look at like refining, what his specialty is like, okay, turning my like okay decently programmed drum machine bits, but he can take that to the next level because he
Yeah.
knows the signal chain and the engineering, and maybe has an idea for making something sound just better or boomier. So it's like the next best layer of paint
Yeah.
on a composition. Or sometimes he might be like, hey, I made this little weird thing. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, send me that. And I'll
Yeah.
like just expand the fuck out of it into something. And then I'll go, what do you think of that? He's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I should put something right there. And then I'll be like, okay, well, the vocal track's coming next. And then there you go, it's done. So it's good like that. And then Jake Garcia, it is from the Black Angels, is that just, those guys are awesome. Like they're a I'm sure Joey knows, in Austin, they're a powerful force, and I really like the band. But he's a good friend of mine, and he just came over and played guitar on like 6 songs of mine, of which 2 are on the record, and then there's 4 more that I have written that he played on that didn't make it onto Imaginary Enemies.
Does that mean we might have some singles coming up?
They'll
Some
definitely. Well, that's kind of
B-sides?
like, I don't know, those songs, since they're like the extra 4 or so, might, I don't know. We'll see what happens now that the trilogy is complete.
Expanded
The
release
world is
6 set.
my oyster.
Yeah, it is.
It could be I don't know. That's why it's nice that there's a trilogy that's getting resolved, because then I can maybe, having been working on this like kind of thing for 6 years, essentially, it'll be nice to have a clean palette to decide what I might want to work on next.
Yeah.
So,
Levi, you want to take the next one?
I'm gonna take it all. Uh, no, no. It's it's really good to it's just good to see you doing this, man. I myself, um, I listened to some of the I've seen the videos. The videos are good. You're being consistent with that, you know.
Thank you.
Who am I to judge? But you've always been consistent to a point, you know. And that seems to rub off. That's what thing about Marston, you know, things rub off, you know, he's such influence.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot from Marston. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like, just, our way of working together, like,
yeah.
as him being kind of, he's
Hmm.
running the business of my life with the Thrill Kill Cult, and I'm the tour manager,
Yeah,
running that part of things. And then the way we were able to work together many times, that was really, really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And then I got to learn a lot, because you're touring in a bus and we're playing
yeah,
great venues. So we're getting to meet all of the cool production managers and all the neat,
yeah,
nice people that work in all of those venues, and
yeah.
play the show. And, you know,
Yeah, it pays to be nice.
yeah,
It
It
does.
pays to be nice. It really does, you know.
number one. Yeah. First,
Yeah,
you have to know where you're going, and then be nice when you get there.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
the record comes in a beautiful purple color, which matches the cover artwork. Do you happen to have one that you could show off?
Well, I just might.
Funny you should
Let's
ask.
see.
Ooh,
Okay, so this one
that's
is,
gorgeous.
and
Pretty.
then the back side.
Yeah. I need to get mine ordered.
Mine's coming tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm thrilled about that. Like, how would you say the artwork ties into the album?
And then here's the.
There it is.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
does it tie into the album? Because I made them both. Made the art and I made the music. That
Yeah.
is it.
Touche.
Uh,
Oh,
All right. Well, as an
I like
artist,
to do it because
yeah,
it's fun. Like, it's a great part of just the creation of it.
yeah.
And then, like, it starts, at least for me, it works in a creative way to be able to shift back and forth. Like today, like I made like all these guys
Yeah.
today.
Nice.
I wanted to.
Today's work. So I had to have like, I made fucking, no, everyone's different. Can you see these
Yeah.
things?
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Well, I noticed the first one's kind of got it's very similar to this
Yeah, I
loop,
like that one.
that it's the
Pretty.
red sort of
so,
the red color scheme. And then
um,
this one's got the purple color scheme, and in the one in the middle has got more defined
all
color.
text
Yeah, I
weirdness.
like the writing on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fucking, I found some crazy books, where
Yeah.
we were just in a weird Goodwill, and found this book about uh, bloodletting in Christianity, essentially. It's called
Yeah.
the Blood Covenant. So it's great because
Nice.
they just talk about all kinds of fucking cool random like words that look good when they're cut up and
Yeah.
dropped on
Yeah,
the
I know.
cross.
The cross that I got from you, I have kind of picked apart the words that are on that one. It's pretty cool. I love your eye for that. So
Yeah, it's sort of like that you know, ripping off other heroes, like that's kind of a William S. Burroughs
it's gonna, yeah,
thing, but also like even all the way back like Evil Mother's drummer Bob, like our early artwork, like it was all X-Acto knife and
Yeah, yeah.
glue stick and going to Kinko's copies to like run shit off over and over till you made a really saturated black and white image out of something
Mhm.
in a book to make a flyer and stuff. So and I always like doing that. So like
it reminds me of the old zines from back in the 80s when I was first getting into light punk rock and industrial and stuff. And some of the old zines were made sort of in that fashion as well.
oh
I
yeah.
did some stuff. I worked at Cellophane Square and I did some of the displays for the windows, and I kind of used the construction, ripped up construction paper kind of aspect of that to sell shit. And it was always fun. I got some pretty good compliments on the stuff I would put in the window. So
Nice. Yeah, like this is another one like I for my
yeah,
single with Pig, like I
Mhm.
just made that by
That's nice.
hand.
yeah,
Just all fucking torn up collagey thing. So yeah, that's all
yeah,
fun. Plus, it just makes it's fun to make more art around the
yeah,
music.
yeah.
Praise art.
Hopefully, to make like to have an art exhibit of some sort sometime of all of these things.
Yeah.
That would be very cool, man.
Yeah. So, as an artist, is it important for your music to be released on vinyl? And if so, why?
Yeah.
Personally, I find it to be the best relic or document for
Yeah.
humanity to see that you existed or that the music existed. Like, it's funny. Like, if you go to almost any like Goodwill or secondhand shop of any type,
Mhm.
there's a crazy collection of vinyl
Yeah,
of people that lived 50 or 60 years ago. And most of it's not really what I like, but it did have a time and place
yeah,
that it
yeah,
was found interesting and lots of interesting classical music and stuff.
yeah,
And I think so I like that it lives on beyond you.
yeah,
And I think it's good as an artist to make as much tangible, tactile product like
Yeah.
pieces that
yeah,
are real, like publishing books that are printed, not just a ebook. And
Mhm.
yeah,
that when you make an album, that it's not just streaming, or maybe it's just only on Bandcamp. I don't know. It's okay. And
yeah,
then or a CD, but when you make it, turn it into like again, like you get to pull this out, and it's this nice purple piece of something, and it has you know your art printed on this on it and stuff.
yeah,
Like it's sort of like another it levels the project up. It just
yeah,
does, right?
yeah.
And that's kind of fun.
Just the
So I
smell of
like
it, the
that, and I
feel of
wish
it.
that certain
Yeah,
pieces in my back catalog were
Yeah.
had come out on vinyl back in the day when they came out, but they didn't. Uh,
yeah.
so I think it's good, and now I have three of them, and
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of finding vinyl at thrift stores and Goodwill and stuff, what's the oddest piece you have found that you have actually purchased digging through something like that?
Well,
Mhm.
the oddest I can't not say. I can just say that the one that I uh, shocking signs and the end of the age that is the beginning of the album with Doomed from Monday. It was like a find just like that. It's like,
Right
hmm.
on.
That was the title of the record by this preacher, Dr. Jack Van
Oh,
Imp.
that's freaking
And I
cool.
was like, I have seen that name before, and I had found him on a previous one, which was all about this Christian war with communist Russia in the 50s and how it could lead to nuclear Holocaust, so you better have your Christianity mind in order in case we all go up. And
Yeah, there's some real
like
gems
really
out
bizarre
there.
as fuck. And then he came back, and that one was all in this red, but the font was really cool the way it's laid out. I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice.
That's cool.
And then somehow later, years later, like I had that one probably for 8 years before I found this next one in blue, and I'm like, I recognize that font, and it was like called "Shocking Signs in the End of the Age." I'm like, you can't,
Mm.
man, I can't come up with that, but that was
That's
good.
that's a really cool
So I
title.
loved it as the beginning. So that is the prime example of just kind of always being on the hunt. That's how
Yeah,
I got into music. Like as
yeah,
a DJ, it was like I was just had a knack for going and finding stuff like that
yeah.
and getting into
Mm.
music and always buying weird records to make samples out of.
Yeah.
It's been like one of my crafts for a long time.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a tour kicking off soon with Sign starting July 31st at Three Links in Dallas. Please tell us all about your upcoming tour.
Oh, yes. It's the continuation of the Electric Exorcism tour. And this round is Sign and our friends from LA, Void Palace, are coming to meet up with us in Dallas, and we'll start there July 31st. So, yeah, we did the original Electric Exorcism in 2023 with I Speak Machine, Sign, and myself, and that went really, really well. So, kind of was like prompted by some people to have another round. So, we have this much more expanded version really for this summer with we'll do 2 weeks with Sign and Void Palace, and then Void Palace we dropped them off basically in Detroit on August 13th, is when our show is there at Smalls. And then Rona, Sign, and I drive to Chicago, where we will then meet up with Clan of Zymox for our show there on August 14th at the Bottom Lounge.
John.
Mm.
And then we're going down to like Omaha, and then the Goth Prom in Denver on August 16th,
Cool.
which is going to be fucking it's going to be fucking awesome. I already know
Right
that.
on.
So that's good. And then we work our way up towards Seattle, up Portland, Vancouver, Salt Lake, Boise.
Damn.
And then we drop Clan of Zymox off in Seattle. We buy, and then Sign and I will work our way down from Seattle back to Austin by way of like San Francisco, Reno, LA,
Mm.
Albuquerque, just kind of play our way down and home. So yeah, we'll be out from July 31st until the last show is the New Mexico Goth Fest
Oh,
at the
cool.
launch pad in Albuquerque on August 31st. So I'm headlining that.
Oh, right on,
So that
man.
should be a fine ending to a pretty fucking crazy tour. I'm expecting, not crazy in a bad way, but just like it's
Yeah,
ambitious. It's 24 shows or 23 shows.
yeah. Whirlwind time.
Yeah. And then adding Zymox to the Electric Exorcism tour kind of gives that a little heightened sense of
Yeah.
fun and anticipation.
Yeah, I
So
still need to
it'll
get my
be,
tickets for that actually.
oh,
Looking forward to that.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a guy
I bet you do.
might be able to help you.
Excellent.
So there is a special show at the end of that tour here in Austin at Mohawk. You'll be
Yeah.
playing Full Waves show with Frontline Assembly, Nitzer Ebb, Lead into Gold, Clock DVA, Mentalo and the Fixer, and Sign. When you play shows of that magnitude in your hometown, do those resonate as pinnacle moments for you?
Oh God, no. Just try to show up as late as possible, have a couple of beers, be a dick,
Yeah.
uh, leave. No,
Yeah.
no, I view it as actually it's a great honor. I'm so excited because these are all my friends,
Yeah.
and we're actually finally kind of having something like this go down. So I do take it seriously, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And so it should be fun. It's as you say, that is actually the cherry on top of the tour because
Mm.
that is the hometown gig after we go and do this whole thing. So Sign is on it, but yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm
It's
really
getting some great press
really
too.
stoked on that.
Mm.
Yeah, Reese and Bill were on Kevin's show yesterday, and they were talking about that show as well. It's getting a lot of hype, and in the best way possible.
Good.
I
Yeah,
give them
hopefully we packed a
congratulations, man. It's a
pucker.
fucking hell of a lineup.
Mm.
Yeah, Mentalo and the Fixer. It's kind of
Yeah,
that's cool too because those are
yeah.
my. I
I
knew
think
we were friends way back in San
yeah,
Antonio, like before any of those bands, our bands really were anything.
yeah,
So it's cool that they have
Mm.
emerged and
yeah. I
have this
think
little thing.
Bill was saying that people need to get out and see this one. I mean, he's like, these are some amazing acts, and it's going to be a big fucking thing. So
Didn't you do some vocals for Gary and Dwayne early on with Benestrophe?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We we I would say that the first Benestrophe show that probably ever happened, I was the vocalist.
Oh, yeah.
And we did two,
Mm.
and then it just kind of didn't go anywhere
mm.
Yeah.
at that time. And then they
Well,
kind
there's
of
still time.
revamped it and did their thing, and like I kind of just ended up doing Evil Mothers and my thing. But yeah, there was a time where that happened, which is pretty funny in a
Yeah.
way. Like it's an unknown like industrial factoid.
Yeah. Well, Joey's got all those in his head, man. It's fucking great.
So
Yeah, Dwayne came to my show at Pig in Dallas, though. That was the first time we had talked in so long, so it was really great. Uh,
Nice.
so yeah, we'll see them there.
we know you're an avid reader. What books are you currently reading, and what are some you can recommend?
Ooh, fuck. Um, I'm kind of at an impasse right now
Mm.
because I finished something. I was reading this. There's a rock journalist from the '70s named Lester Bangs,
Mhm.
and he
Hmm. Yeah,
writes
I
like
know that guy.
he was with Cream magazine and Rolling Stone.
Mm.
Um, what the fuck is it called? Something and carburetor dung, and the name escapes me. But it's like all these crazy stories about him hanging out with the bands. He's supposed to interview like Iggy Pop and the
Mm.
MC5 and the Ramones and Lou Reed, and then with Lou Reed again or Blondie, and he's hanging out at CBGBs, and so it's kind of like this total insider, uh, and obviously all sped out and like just living this ultimate like '70s kind of
Mm.
journalistic thing. But his writing's really cool, so he's kind of famous in his circle, and that's what I just finished. And after I finished that, I was like, okay, I have no time to read anymore. Like now, we're just too busy. Um, so I'm sorry, I don't have a good book
It's okay. It's
to
okay.
offer you at the moment. I'll think of
That sounds
something
like an
before we're
amazing
done here.
recommendation, actually.
Let's see. What else is down here?
I will be right back.
You're good.
Yeah. Mm.
There's a good one.
Here.
The, the Art Thief. It's a true tale about this couple, and the guy would basically go into these sort of like maybe smaller um, town museums, like
Mhm.
in small
Mm.
town Denmark or something, or some little German town outside of Berlin where they have a cool church that happens to have a painting from the 1700s or some shit, or like a cool relic.
And he
Uh,
steals
and
it.
they would go in there and like fucking steal these things. And he amassed this monstrous collection. It's like it's a nail biter, but it's a true tale.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
wow.
true
He
tale.
was obsessed. And yes, a true story of love, crime, and a dangerous obsession. The Art Thief. And
Nice.
So
You
I-
thief.
I've asked you this one on one of your live streams, but I'm gonna ask it here.
Okay.
You're a big fan of Alejandro Jodorowsky, who has made such films as El Topo, Holy Mountain, and Sante Sangre, among others. What is it about his work that captivates you?
Oh wow. I think well, I think it tapped into like some sort of youthful psychedelic nature of growing up in South Texas.
Mm.
And the art that I was seeing in the movies like that I was exposed to, and my like interest in things like discovering William S. Burroughs and just going down the literary rabbit hole of like Rimbaud and Baudelaire and Artaud and Bukowski, like
Yes.
every one of those kind of like very just it's almost like going to school and you're just learning all of these
Mm.
who these writers are and their influence. And but Jodorowsky like brought the surrealism that I liked reading about or reading, like say, in something that maybe William S. Burroughs is writing, and it's like you're reading Naked Lunch, and you're like, oh my god, this is
Mm.
fucking
Mm.
okay, this is wild as fuck, and
Yeah.
you're visualizing it. But Jodorowsky had this vision of grandeur that just tapped into like my interest in like religious folk art from South Texas, like all the iconography at all of the missions was always lots of crucifixes and a bit of voodoo and a like it was just all kind of tapped into like I like the way he brought it all to life and the way it was shot and it was like the craziest shit you'd ever seen on screen, and to be able to see it on a big screen was just like wow. And like it's like a whole psychedelic journey, but it's also got like this coming of age boy meets world quality to it. So I don't know. Yeah, he's like he's definitely a visionary seer. uh you can get some good truths from
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a great
Santa
reunion.
Sangre. I mean, just
Great
watch
one.
Santa Sangre. I mean, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
As far as if you like surrealistic cinema, like that shit's on point.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
all stuff.
for sure. So we had a great reunion at Mechanismus a few months back. Sign was amazing, and I am truly honored to have spent time with you and Rona again. And
Yeah.
speaking of you and Rona, your project with David J, how is that going? Any news to share?
Waiting in the wings is all I can say.
Okay.
Just looking
Great.
for trying to figure out what it's going to do with itself or what we're going to do with it.
Oh,
Mm.
And meanwhile, I mean, you can only release so many things at a time. So
yeah,
I'm like, it's there and it'll happen. Just has to come out right. The
yeah.
record's done, so there is that.
Oh,
So,
well, awesome.
yeah. So maybe I don't know if everybody knows that, but yeah, the Shiva Saves album's done. So now we just have to really spend some time to figure out how can we best put it out or who's the partner to do that with. So calling
Okay.
in all record labels if you have friends.
Anybody out there, you heard it.
That's right.
This is going to be a big one.
So
Yeah.
Excellent. So, who
yeah,
is
yeah.
inspiring you currently, musically, physical art wise, just in the whole world of creation?
Who's tickling your balls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's inspiring me right now? God, I've kind of been a little bit insulated by design. So I don't know what anyone's doing really. Um, but look, man, like even just within our own network, the people that are inspiring me are like, it kind of brings me back to the Cold Waves show. Like, if I can give credit close to home, like all of those guys are out there making it still happen. And it
Yeah.
like Bill Lee and Paul Barker
Yeah.
and like Ministry. Like we saw them a couple of times on the last tour once with Nights are Ebb opening in Austin, and D Krups and Jurgen's a good friend of ours. And that show was awesome. And then when we played Mechanismus, we got to go the night before Rona's show for Sign at Mechanismus. that tour was playing Seattle, so we got to go
Yes, it
see
was.
it with Frankie and Mars with Thrillkill
Mm.
opening from
I'm
Ministry. So we caught it a
really
couple of
fucking jealous
times.
about that, actually.
Yeah. And I thought that that was like, wow, fucking kick ass, man. Like the economy is decent. Like
Yeah,
my friends are having really good shows.
yeah,
Mm.
And Cold Waves is like now a little tour for this year. So I think that's a cool experiment. So everybody's, with our tour coming up, and that's kind of why I'm a little bit numb to some of the questions about influence and stuff, because
Yeah.
so close right now that our
Yeah,
entire
something was
Armin and
chicken.
I's entire day has
Yeah.
been like kind of like the
Mm.
fucking avalanche of like, oh God. Today my rig is set up. I rehearsed. I folded 60 shirts and sized them and tried to pack them into my
Oh wow.
show merchandise thing, and then figured
Yeah.
out that I have more than that fits in there. So I had to come up with another box, and then worked
Yeah.
on my video for Doomed for Monday, actually, which is due on
Mm.
Thursday. And then tried to advance some shows. We had one show fall apart that we're trying to salvage, uh,
Mm.
and shit. So, and
That's
now,
shit.
but
You
so
got some.
hanging out with you guys is a welcome
Yeah.
relief.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
nice.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right. Do you have
right.
any friends playing any shows that you want to promote?
Do I have friends playing shows I want to promote? Well, yeah, I mean, let's just keep telling people to go to all the Cold Wave shows, because if
Yeah,
those sell
damn
out,
right.
then that helps that entity continue to
Yeah,
grow. And there's
Yeah.
a nice diversity of bands playing it throughout the whole tour.
yeah,
Mhm.
So there's a lot to discover for people that are just kind of maybe dipping their toes in industrial music, that are younger in age. So I think it's a great showcase to learn a lot and meet people. That's the cool thing that I always liked about Cold Wave Chicago, is just like the family atmosphere that the
yeah,
Chicago kind of hometown metro
Yeah.
feel brought. What I'm talking about, Charles.
Yeah.
Like that, you just once you got there, you always like, okay,
Uh,
ooh, I feel like this
yeah.
is home. I'm safe, and it's a great place. So
Yeah.
hopefully those good vibes are brought to Austin and the other cities.
I'm sure it will be. Jason's a hell of a guy, and just
A guy out of hell, you said?
well, a guy
Yeah,
out
it
of
is.
hell. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So current events are overflowing with pain, sorrow, and strife. Grist for the mill, if you will. Are you using any of this to creatively exercise demons right now with your physical art?
Well, I mean, it's just fuel for the fire, essentially, because you just have to. It is fucking a zany, fucking crazy ass time, and it definitely
It
is.
really is.
Um, I don't know why it's like everything gets more inflamed, everything gets more expensive. The stakes seem so much higher now, but it was like, why? Like, okay, we kind of always have these like, all right, in the 50s, duck and cover. Like,
Yeah,
okay, so if you're a kid growing up like my mom's age, you
yeah,
were taught like, oh, the Russians are going to bomb you, so jump under there.
yeah,
They're your enemy. And then like it's always kind of like a Cold War, us versus them mentality. But now we've got to this point where the country itself is faced inward on itself
yeah,
and doesn't know who the fuck is right or wrong, and nobody cares to admit when they are wrong, and
yeah,
everybody is up for sale. I mean, it's really like the wolves are on the hunt again, feasting on the congregation from Immoral Emporium.
yeah,
And there's also a lot of money going down and just like these power plays.
Yep.
So, but yeah, you still, whatever it is that you do, or you're obligated to do it, you have to drag yourself out of bed. And if you're a writer or you have a book to write, then you must
yeah,
pound out 2,000 words, or I make like those crucifixes. They don't make themselves. Like I still got to write a song. I have to spend the time in the studio. I have to go through all the mechanisms. I got to book the tour. Hopefully the rest, hopefully we don't enter into a situation where, there's, oh, wow, now there's all these riots going on across
yeah,
America during the summer, August of whatever.
yeah,
Like anything can go wrong, anything can happen, but all you can do is keep pushing to
yeah,
do your fucking best shit. All right.
yeah,
And the better you get at dealing with whatever else the nonsense is that's going on, like Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. I don't know what's going on over here.
Yeah.
But all we know is that we like it when you're watching the TV to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed to like, turn that shit off, fuck all
Mm.
those assholes, and
Yeah.
like go make some art or take your kid to the park.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
then it
Very good
doesn't fucking
advice.
matter so much. Like, I like to pay attention to the stuff. Like, I'm very interested in the narrative of where politics is going on a global scale and stuff, but I have to take a somewhat like bird's eye view that most of that shit inflames people to the point of getting violent with each other, but it doesn't truly affect their lives all that much as what's going on right down the street
Hmm.
Yeah.
or who their mayor is and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I don't
fucking
know.
nuts.
It's kind of
People have too much time on their
replacing
hands.
art and entertainment and sports for a lot of people.
I don't
So
have the time to fucking sit there and argue with like everybody over all
yeah.
this dichotomy of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I got an interview to do that's a focused conversation,
Mhm.
or I have art to make or a show to get ready for. And that's the stuff I want to do. And if I
Yeah.
just fall into the trap of like arguing about Donald Trump on from any side, for the most
Mhm.
part, it's like it's a fucking
Mhm.
you're just pissing time away.
Yeah.
Like, there's other ways to deal with those things, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think online discourse does a whole lot to further you versus working on your art or whatever your passion project is. That's what will make your soul feel better
Yeah.
and will truly advance you, because if you keep doing it and you actually make stuff and put it out, whatever that is, you
Mhm.
create a body of work and then you get a sense of satisfaction from that, much more than like, I gotta spend another 30 minutes online, like
Yeah.
flipping out about trying to prove a point
Mhm.
about something related to the current outrage of the day.
Yeah.
Kind of true.
Outrage du
Kind of
jour.
true
It's
point.
it's a whole big thing now. It's a
That's right.
huge booming business. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you have any fur babies you would like to show off?
Fur babies.
Mhm.
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
I mean, I have one, but I don't know where it's at. So I think it's
It's got a
yeah,
fur
it's too
baby
much
creep
work.
in.
Yeah, she's
Right.
around, but I don't want anybody to get hurt. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair enough.
probably better just keeping a closed door between us and her.
Right on.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or promote today?
Run that by me again.
I'm sorry, Curse. Is there anything else you would like to talk about or promote today?
Oh man, I just hope everybody comes out to our Electric Exorcism tour shows. Definitely come see Sign and Void Palace and
Yeah.
Planet Zymox. So it's a good time in terms of life, I think, because this is what we work towards is getting out and doing these things. So it, I like the opportunity to connect with people in each city that we go to. So that's the number one thing when it comes to just what am I pushing
Mhm.
to have
Yep.
this in any form you can get it. So I think you'll love it. If you're watching this show and you don't have it, you're missing out because I know
Yeah.
you'll love it because that's what brought us here again. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
bond over music in many ways, and I think that
Yeah.
this is one with some heart, and I'm happy with it. And so
Right on.
Mhm.
I'm very
take it
much
with
looking
you.
forward to adding it to
It's
my
for
collection.
you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
First, thank you for spending time with us and for supporting what we do here. We
Yeah,
appreciate it and you. Peoples,
yeah,
July 25th for the new album Imaginary Enemies on Negative Gain. Get on it. Also July 31st, the tour starts again. So
that's right.
keep your peeps out for that. All right.
Yeah.
Um, you will not be disappointed with Curse's live shows
Thank
and
you.
definitely not with Sign as well. So get the fuck out there and do it. Don't forget he has physical media art pieces on his Bandcamp as well. It's always good to have a piece of physical art from one of your heroes. So go fucking do that. Okay, kiddos, we've come to the end of another episode dedicated, as always, to our dear friend Jason Lupo. People, please don't let the poop that's hit the fan dim your light. It is needed now more than ever. Okay, please take care of yourselves and those around you. Resist with love and light. Don't stay quiet. We are all in this together. We love you. We support you. And we see you. Love, hugs, and belly rubs, everyone.
Mhm.
Cheers.